Hello, YouTube. It is your boy, The Cube, back with another deck list or video for today. Now, this is one of my personal favorites to play around with. It was one of my favorites to build. I consider this to be my Slifer deck build. It has no extra deck to it. It's strictly based around Slifer. So, I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a thumbs up if you do. Leave a comment telling me down below what you think of it. And let's get into it. So first off, we have one King's Knight. We also have one Queen's Knight. We do have the Knight package in this deck. So there we are. Just like that. And now we have Witch of the Black Forest. Wall of Illusion. Always a great card just to set face down and have your opponent bounce one back to hand. Always a great one. It was one of my favorite ones to run for the longest time, and I just see that it really does fit well in this deck. Scapegoat, always a great one as well, just to buy time. Absolutely had to include Marshmallow. Had to, no question about it. Cannot be destroyed by battle. And your opponent takes 1,000. Revival Jam, a great card. Great card. Obnoxious Celtic Guard, an older card, but cannot be destroyed by battle with monsters of 1900 or more attack, which most decks and most players will have more than 1900 attack because everyone's about power and stuff. Damage does still apply if you leave him in attack position, but you set him defense, he still cannot be destroyed. So he's another great stall card like Marshmallow is, except your opponent doesn't take damage. And then I think this is it for the one of cards, and it is Electromagnetic Turtle. Always a good one. It's definitely saved my skin a couple of times. Definitely. That is it for the one ofs. I do believe, we do have 2 hand traps. These are the only hand traps that I am running in this deck, but they definitely do work. I actually see a Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit more often than I do the Ash Blossom, and Ghost Ogre does its job, you know, for pretty well. I cannot complain with either one of those. And then we have the 2 reactor slimes. Definitely 2 of. Then we have two cards that are 3 of. The first one being Ra's Disciple. I think y'all can tell where I'm headed. And then the last 3 of for monster cards is Slifer the Sky Dragon himself. Slifer's always been my favorite god card, Egyptian god card. I've always loved Slifer's effects. And the artwork of Slifer. He's always been my favorite one. And this deck is strictly, I've even got him in his red sleeves to perfectly match the theme of it. But yeah. So that is it for the monsters. We will now jump right into the spells. Which I think just about all the spells are one ofs. Swords of Revealing Light. Ryuryoku. It can be situational and situational only, but I've actually had to use this on my friends before. Recently, in fact, helped out a bunch. I actually had to use this on the Obnoxious Celtic Guard. Believe it or not. I actually had to use it on my Celtic Guard. Of course, we do have a Monster Reborn. Again, kind of similar to earlier, or not earlier, but it is for the knights You know, if queen's in grave, I have kings in hand. Use this, bring back queens, normal summon kings, free summon your jacks knight, you know. And that's just one of the power moves, not really power moves, but it was one of the favorite moves that I saw Yugi do it in the anime. And I guess since then, I think it was actually when it was the Pyramid of Light movie when Yugi pulled that off against Kaiba, because Kaiba had just gotten the Blue Eye Shining Dragon at that time, you know. And when Yugi pulled that move off just to get Slifer out to the field, I fell in love with it then. I thought that was the most awesome combo that you could have. And I just loved it, especially for Slifer, how he used it, you know. And then we have Book of Moon, getting back to the deck itself. I just thought I'd share that piece of information. Then we have One Shrink. I love this card. I absolutely do. Not because of the anime. I hope Kaiba and Joey, you know, hit their famous duel. But speaking of enemy controller, and then Supply Squad. This is more or less a slower deck. It's great to see this in your opening hand because it's like, hey, more draw power. Plus, if you have Slifer on the field, his attack, y'all know, is equivalent to the cards that you have in your hand. So anything that gets destroyed, even tokens, I do believe, you draw for. Well, technically once a turn, so it's not. Yeah, once per turn. That does have a hard once per turn. So yeah, have not been misusing it. Don't judge. I have not misused it. I have not abused it. But sometimes you draw into that one card that you need. I know a lot of people probably play it the way y'all thought I would, where it's like, oh no, my whole field's been wiped. Let me draw the same. No, like, no, I don't. No, that's not how it works. It is the once per turn. Even if your whole field's wiped, you draw one card. But anyway, for your back row, we do have one Harpy's Feather Duster in there. And then we have front row, Raigeki. And then two cards that come with the, well, one that come with both of the Slifer and Obelisk deck was the Soul Crossing. Only running one of this as well. Now, this second one depends on what deck you bought, whether it was Slifer or Obelisk, and that would be Thunder Force Attack. Really great cards. And then the last card, the last spell I am running two of, I have yet to actually see it play yet. I just thought it would be a good addition just to have, and that is a Sacred Beast card that come out in the structure deck for themselves, and that is Mound of the Bound Creator. Anyway, that's how I know this card. It may have come out way sooner than that, but that's how I know this card is by the Sacred Beast deck. I am running two. It is the field spell. I just thought it would suit nice because the Egyptian gods are level 10s. Or higher, aren't they? I keep forgetting that. Yeah, level 10 are. Actually, yeah, they should be 12. No? No, okay. They're 10s, yeah. I honestly forgot there for a second. But that is it for all of the spells. Now we'll jump into some of the traps. We are running one interdimensional matter transporter. Running that, obviously, to try to keep my monsters on the field. That way I can have something to sacrifice, you know? Even if it's just one monster, hey, I'm going to keep on my one monster now. Especially if I like it and its abilities. Mirror Force, we're running two of Mirror Force. Just to have some heavy backup, have some heavy artillery, I guess you might want to say. 2 reckless greeds. Definitely great for draw power. Definitely great in building up your hand. Absolutely great. And then last but not least, we do have the Metal Reflect Slime to go with the monster card Reflect Slime. So that is it for the mighty Slifer deck. I do hope you enjoyed this. It was really a fun deck to build. I really do love it. Let me do this. We're gonna end with one of each Slifer on the field. Yes. Let me know which one is your favorite art style. I've always personally loved the original myself. I'm a big fan of just this one, but these two are definitely sharp as well. But my favorite is gotta be the OG. Let me know which one is your personal favorite. Well, they got the same effects, but obviously. But yeah, if you enjoyed, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know what you might change of it, tweak it, make it run a little faster, a little more consistent. I don't actually have consistency issues with this deck, surprisingly. It runs very, very well, and that's something that I guess makes me all the more happy to play it. But yeah, that is it for the Mighty Slifer deck. I do hope you enjoyed. I will catch you all in another video. The Q signing out.